Hey, the chocolate deuce is how we do Texas baby man. That was back. You know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is. All good place, all good place, all good place. Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, good place, gonna get it. Oh, he's good. Oh, good place, gonna get it. It's right back to the basic. Chocolate deuce is how we do Texas baby man. That was back. You know what it is, know what it is. Real man rise up. Fake man rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise down. Brought to our preach on. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is. I really don't want to do this video, but I gotta go. I'm going to do this video. I have to. I'm gonna say to this man. We'll never know what happened to Ron Parker's death, to why he died and his friend died. We'll never know what happened to Family Guy, why they kill off Brian the dog from the Family Guy and replace of a different dog. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I want to say condolence to Parker family, his daughter and them, and his friend, his kids and all that. And heart goes of prayers to this. And the Family Guy show, man, it's just a show. Brian Cleveland will be missing the show, and I love Family Guy and all that. And it will be seeing a lot more. And it might be gonna be their last show they ever do, especially Family Guy. And also Ron Parker, man, he will be missed, man, because I miss the Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is one of the fastest treatment of racing movie pictures I ever seen in my life. He will be missing. There ain't gonna never be another one like this. But I gotta say this, and I hope I don't have to offend nobody, but I'm going to. It's not what I say; it's what everybody else say. But this is what I believe in my own thoughts, in my own heart, in my own way. But there's some connection between Parker's death and he playing Brian on Fast and Furious. But what the hell has something to do with his character is reconnected by the tragic events what happened to Brian Cleveland that died off of the Family Guy. I have a hard time believe this, but there's a chance of possibility if it is there's some kind of connection between these two. I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows? No one knows what happened to Ron Parker. No one knows. Only thing I heard about it when November the 30th he died, and I heard it in the internet wide web, and then they were saying Ron Parker died. And I'm like, what? And I was like, who's Ron Parker? And I'm thinking, sound familiar. Who's Ron Parker? And then I try to type the name, and all of a sudden I said, man, I know who he is. That's Ron Parker, the one played Brian O'Neill. I'm like, man, he died. He was turning his 40th birthday. And it was sad what happened to him. It really did. Somehow, some way, it was in California somewhere, him and his friend to a hiding speed and chasing to a car racing at each other, and they go into this help for relief of Philippines incident, all this flood and traffic of some storm went down. I don't even know. But I will tell you this. It's something funny about this guy's death and how he died. But after he died, him and his friend, they said his friend got hit by a tree. By his porch or something like that. It was caught on fire and blow smokes and come out. It was about to lead it to explode out of the car, and the flame just be flaming up off the car. They didn't know who identified was. He went to 45 hours of speeding, but they would say it was two cars. And I was looking up in the internet, and they never did say all that. And there was so much rumors. There was so much rumors about this man's death. But you can't believe what rumors say. Because I'm gonna tell you this, and it was car to blow up and all that, and it was sad about this tragic death that occurred that shouldn't happen, never happened. I hope they make Fast and Furious 7 and 8. Maybe it might not none be a Fast and Furious 7 and 8 because it won't be the same. It won't be the same. But I will tell you this. I don't know if this man was being traced and untraced and marked as death or being replaced it. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Something funny is going on with this Ron Parker's death, or it's just me, or he just died of an accident. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because I'm gonna tell you, you hear people talk all the time. I already talked about Ron Parker, and he died about 3:30. That was in November the 30th. It was on. I try to figure what date. That was after Thanksgiving was over. But what don't make no sense? What don't make sense of all of this? That it's kind of confused. I just really don't know. I don't know who to believe anymore. If this is just an accident, it just happened. But if it was a cause of conspiracy accident, then it's conspiracy accident it is. Because what Ron Parker, a.k.a. Brian O'Neill, the character playing Fast and Furious, have anything to do with this cartoons? I already go on Ron Parker's list. Let's go on the death of Family Guy. I didn't see the new episode of revealed to televisions, so I ain't watch TV like I used to. Somehow, some way, Stewie left out there in the street and let Brian go fix a car 52s or something like that. They was about to play. They ain't fixed nothing. They was out there playing hockey in the streets. And he just left it there. They about to get something to get a ball or something like that, and just left Brian there. And soon all of a sudden, the Stewie saw the car, and he started saying, "Brian." The car came hit and started hit Brian, and Stewie just calling out his name and just hit him and run over, top over, and all that, and all of a sudden Brian dead. That was in November the 25 or 24. One of them the previous episode. I didn't see it. They said one of those two deaths right here are connected to this Family Guy, to Brian Parker's death. Maybe I might be right or wrong, but somebody please explain this to me. What's their purpose? What's their natural cause of this? Because I understand that Brian Parker was playing Brian O'Neill, but that's not the same name. Then you got Brian Cleveland that died out, and then when they went to the hospital to see him, he just died out, and he just said he loved them all. He gonna miss them. He just loses so much blood, and he ain't gonna make it. To me, it just don't make any sense. It don't make any sense about this at all. It just don't. But I will tell you this: if there is connection between these two, you think if it could happen to him, or if this has happened to this, because they did this. Family Guy did this before. They did this Boston Marathon Massacre went down, and I never forget one of the episodes. Cleveland was driving in through and hitting all these racing tests and hitting them over in the cars, and there was blood all over, just gazing gliding off in the streets. And there was another episode that Cleveland was talking to his friend to a beer sensational beer fested with his friends, and I remember it was one of the cartoons saying he had a phone and he tapped one pressing press of explosion above, and that's what explosive to a running event. There is some connection between these two. But what's the gain of this? Because I'm telling you, but how the hell TMZ knew that Ron Parker was going to die? How they knew it was going to happen? Because when I went to the web, it didn't say how he was going to die or not. All they put the date when the year he died, in November, not November the 30th, 2013. Brian Griffin died off November the 25 or 24. Some just don't add up here. And I don't even watch TMZ. As much as shit they been talking about, they ain't nothing but an internet blogger, internet motherfucker of gossipers, juicy gossip blockers, motherfuckers. I can't stand them, real talk. But I will say this. Give me your comments and give me your response, man. Do you think it's conspiracy or mark of death about this of occur, or it's just a freaking accident. That's all it is. Because, or just a cartoon just ready to die off of his character instead of dying off of this unknown lifetime celebrity. Because you got to look at there is some connection to this. Because if you don't believe, you better look at that movie like Skull, the movie Skull. Watch that movie. Parker was in that movie. And you can't tell me there's skull and bones going on in Yale University. And then you got going on in the bootleg in ATL Georgia. I hear a lot of that stuff, or black skull and bones. Then you got white skull and bones. See, all this stuff is connected about the Illuminated, the Illuminati ones, and all this blood sacrifice and stuff like that. I have a hard time believing this. I just think he just died of an accident. But something tells me in my heart, it tells me more than this. But as I say it again, give me your comments, give me your view response. It's not what I believe, it's what you believe. Because it don't make no sense. Why would it connected to the cartoon and the actual event in real life? You know what they say. Life imitate art, and imitate life, and art imitates itself in real life. And real life event just happen like this. And I think so. I really do. Because knowing Hollywood has been known is forming black and white, unspook and spook a lot of magic. I don't want to mean disrespect Parker's family and all that. I understand that if it was an accident. But something tells me there's a lot of things else going on to this. It just don't add up. And now they say it was 2 cars event went down Parker and his friend. And they said Parker wasn't even driving. He was in a passenger seat. I don't know if Parker drive the whatever that other car whatever that car is, that speed and chase of racing chase car, and his friend drive out, his both friend driving that both car together, and they both just burning a flame of fire. I mean, it's sad what happened. It really is, and I pray for his family, his loved one, and everybody else, and all the fans that love his movies. And he would never be forgotten. I think he's a swell of actor, good actor, good well living, good well of heart. And he look like he's a good caring person. We need good people like that, real talk. But this, I just don't believe this at all. But then again, I doubt it. It tell me otherwise. It gotta be, because it just don't make no sense. It really don't. What they got to gain by this? Because Ron Parker look at the type, he don't have so much enemies towards him, against him, or he had enemies towards of other people towards at him, because it just don't make no sense. But this cartoon, it's just a cartoon, just animated, been made, but they did it once before. Or it's coincidence, or there's no coincidential. There's no coincidence at all. People do this all the time. When you hear about these deaths, you think that, and how the bomb going to be exploded by Parker unless they put a bomb alarm. You know there's something up there on that. You know it. It just don't seem, and they can't even. They don't even. I don't know if they eye types, if they could identify to him or not. Some people say it was whole. Some people say it was real. But I tell you, he died though. But how the hell TMZ knew about it? He died 3:30. And they said the car was about to explode it. But they said it's happened, man. If it's an accident, it's an accident. But why anything had nothing to do with this cartoon? It just. But if you don't believe me, watch that Parker's other movies like The Skull and Running Scared. It's just like that song Michael just called Speed Demon. It's just like that record. I never understand what that record is about. I never understand it. If none of this stuff can any be possible, why they putting these subliminal messages? Why they putting on these similar letters suggesting, putting on these demon Apoluna demon of a certain hand suggestion? Why are they doing all this? Or just to play practical things, practical jokes to everyone to get everybody fooled to this? See, you got to ask yourself this question. You got to really ask yourself this question: is it worth? And it'll take that worth to be famous. You know what they say? Good, the good die young, and much lived and beyond, and more lived things in life. And this man was died 40 years old, and you think he was going his early 20s in his early teens, Like he was gonna make something out of this, and looking for his family and protect and have to protect her privacy about her father. I can understand this, but I just think it's just an accident or just a conspiracy of when to happen, a cause it for sacrifice, because ain't no telling who's Ron Parker had enemies, man, because he don't have no towards enemy anyway. I can see anybody, but why this? Why all this, and why is this damn cartoons? But if I were you, man, people, please, people, be aware what the stuff you're watching nowadays, what certain radios you listen to, what certain books, and what certain media outlet media, even Facebook, because there's a lot of things that that you should know you would not know. I understand people spread rumors, but sometimes rumors will make it liable, and make it untruthfully to be the truthful about these rumors, or they can be a liability of just spreading lies, spread accusations, spread no act of no provation, no provity. I understand all that because you can't believe everything people are saying. But I tell you this, I do believe, this is what I believe in my heart. I do believe there's foul play on this. I really do. Just think about it. They do this years ago. They do this now. And I know if you don't believe me, that's fine. That's up to your opinion. You have that right. That's your own opinion. But quite a few people won't believe this because I'll tell you, everybody started talking, but they're not even there. I wasn't even there. We'll never know what really happened. Parker and his friend. Only thing we know, we died of a car breaking in accident. Just everything go wrong. But all I can say to this: rest in peace to Ron Parker, and he will be missed and will be enjoyed, and his legacy will lot to come, a lot to go, and that's all I can say about that. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base and Chuckle the Deuces. How we do, Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.